Do you think that muscles store emotions? I asked this question to Melt's audience last weekend and received a bunch of responses back. And today's episode will be sharing those stories. There's some really, really good ones. I can't share all of them, but I've got a few good ones. Now, if you've got your own story and you want to let us know about it, please use the comments below. But for now, let's check out these stories. One experience when I was 3 years old, I broke my collarbone when I fell out of bed. Through the years, I'm now 57, I had noticed that my forearm would get overly tired and sore and painful after holding my purse or Bible as I stood and talked with friends after church. And she goes and says, I give you that information so you can understand the insignificant weight that's causing the discomfort. And during my fascial release session, I began to experience the same pain that I thought I went through when I was my 3-year-old self. This is interesting. As I processed this, I told my 3-year-old self that she did a great job at holding me together. And I was fine now, and then she could go and play. I'm getting chills. Oh, I love this. It was an emotional experience, and 8 months later, I have not experienced any subsequent episodes of that pain. Again, the inner child stuff. I think that's beautiful. After witnessing my brother's heart stopping and life-saving efforts not working, with me sitting nearby unable to do anything to help, I got muscle tension dysphonia. This is a vocal cord issue where it's difficult to talk. My muscles around my throat were so tight, I couldn't talk. I had to go into speech therapy to relearn how to talk and learn how to relax my muscles so my vocal cords could work properly again. It's crazy, huh? Fascinating. The life-saving efforts eventually did work, and by a miracle, my brother is alive. That's a good story. And after several months of speech therapy along with massage therapy, I regained my voice again and could talk normally. Good for you. Started off as a sad story, but come out good. After a breakup with my boyfriend, I was taking a yoga class, and all of a sudden, the tears started streaming down my cheeks. I talked with my yoga instructor after the class, and she said, you were holding on to emotions, and with certain movement and poses, these were released. I mean, I've experienced this too. In yoga, especially after Melbourne's lockdowns. We talked about this on emails. The Melbourne lockdowns were insanity. It was full on. And the first moment where we got to have a group class doing yoga, I was bawling. It was really nice. It was a relief to be around other people. I don't know if there is certain poses that would promote tears or releases. Same as I don't think there will be certain massage techniques that would promote a release of stored energy or emotions. I think it's just movement, to be honest. When I did acupuncture, there was some claim that acupuncture points could release certain emotions, and even some acupuncture points could induce orgasms, which is just, it's not true. Trust me, I needled that point a lot. Didn't work. My neck has never been right since my grandmother passed away when I was 5. She was my person, and I didn't know how to handle emotions properly. I was only 5. I mean, that makes sense. I've been reading a fair bit into inner child stuff, things that we hold on when we're younger. I also asked, where do you feel pain? Check this out. Upper traps, upper and lower back, neck, shoulders, in my chest, shoulders and back of neck, base of skull, localized to left-hand side only, neck, back, neck, shoulders, abdominal, knees, wrists, elbows, fingers. That sounds like everything. Shoulders, upper back, neck, the shoulder girdle area, which is it's a little bit non-descriptive. It's a clavicle that goes into the scapula at the back. There's more. Neck, shoulders, throat, shoulders, neck primary, shoulders, into the neck. We see a similar theme, like everyone says the same sort of thing. I think we get this a lot, like all of us tend to tense up, especially shrug our shoulders, causing all this pain at the neck and the shoulders. For some reason we protect ourselves that way. I think it's just, I don't know, it's easier to protect yourself that way. I should do some research into that. I did some research I couldn't really find anything definitive that says this is the body's response to stress or emotions and therefore will tense up the neck and the shoulders, other than it's just a hyper mobile area of our body, and it's easier for us to shrug. I mean, that's obviously you can get tension anywhere in any part of your body. I personally, my hips are super tight always. It could be a matter of whether it is emotional stress, I mean, going through the divorce, or whether it is I just sit down, environmental. Most of my time is spent editing. I mean, it's a combination maybe. Maybe, like, I really want to say it's probably mostly me sitting down. It's a form thing. Hey, do you ever people watch? Like, I do this a lot. Practitioners, I think, do this a lot too. I will spend time just watching people walk by and see how they're walking, what their gait is like, whether they're tense. There are some people that are just like their shoulders are rock hard, completely protecting. I don't even know how they make it through life that way, but yeah, I mean, my dad's a bit like that, where you feel his shoulders and it's next level concrete, Now, for the month of March, I want to keep working on this and researching into whether muscles store emotions and hearing more about people's experiences. This is how I learn mostly, is like through our experiences. I mean, this is exactly how knowledge is passed through. So if you want to comment below and you have a story that you want to share and you're comfortable sharing, I'd love to hear it. If you're a melter and you want to be more anonymous, you can go back to that survey that I've got and keep adding to it. I'll email everybody over the month of March if you want to just keep letting it out, because it does certainly help. I find that too. All right, I'll see you in the next episode. Ciao. Past abusive relationship, he would grab the back of my neck to control where I would go. I still tense up to this day, even when my loving husband puts his arms around my shoulders. Yeah, I can see that. Pretty full-on stuff here. After my brother committed suicide, I had a lot of tension in different places. During massages, I would sob because suddenly all of these emotions were coming out. I've experienced depression, presenting in part as neck muscle tension that no pain relief method would touch. That's crazy. Like, even painkillers. So people's experiences, I mean, muscles storing emotions, it makes sense, right?